I want to give you a warning ahead of time of the video that we're about to show you. It is a video of an assault, and a particularly brutal assault, so consider yourself warned. This was filmed yesterday. It shows a man who we're going to get to, that they are now looking for, assaulting a 65-year-old Asian American woman, while others look on, and at least in the video that we can see, did nothing to aid the woman. So again, content warning on this, but here is the video. So the journalist who I found spreading this, Sifan Kim, says that the NYPD says she was walking to church that morning, this is yesterday, when the suspect assaulted her and said, "F you, you don't belong here." They gave the address there too, and by the way, they are looking for the individual. So if you live in that area near West 43rd Street, there's photos from some sort of surveillance of the individual that they believe is the one who committed the assault, and they're looking for information. You can see the number there. Also, a bit of context, although this is the assault that we're gonna be focusing on in this video. That same day, police say they're investigating after an Asian man was left unconscious during an attack in the subway. So we can't do all of them in great detail because America is so rife with both violence and racism that multiple attacks like this happen in one city on any given day. But Anna, that was a pretty rough video.
You know, the thing that obviously the perpetrator should be the focus of the story, and I don't mean to shy away from talking about that. That's the heart of the story. But with that said, I do want to just quickly touch on the fact that at least from that video, you have people witnessing what's taking place, but not immediately intervening, doing what they can to prevent this guy from attacking her further, right? I don't understand it. I mean, I'm a pretty small person physically, and I wouldn't be able to stop myself from doing what I can to stop this guy, right? What are you guys doing? Just standing there? Is that a security guard? Like in the building? Why are they not? What are you securing exactly? If you're not gonna get involved and try to protect this woman from being attacked further. And honestly, in regard to the assault, I don't know what to say that isn't already obvious, right? Yeah. I mean, it's brutal, it's disgusting, and the fact that this man is out on the loose is pretty terrifying.
Yeah, it looks, at least in the video, like they go to close the door at the end. The video cuts off, so we don't know exactly what happened after that. Maybe the person then walked through to help her. I don't know, but they watched while he kicked this woman 4 times, I believe, and then slowly walks away. And look, I try to be understanding. I try to play devil's advocate. If you saw this, a couple things would be going through your mind. Obviously, that it's horrible, but you'd be shocked. And when humans are shocked, the easy thing to do is nothing. And also, if you see what looks like a big guy assaulting someone, you don't necessarily know what he could do or what weapons he could have if you run out. So, for instance, Anna, you say that you would have the inclination to run out and help. If I were you, I would be worried. What would happen to you if you were to run out and help? That a person who can see an elderly woman walking down the street towards him and just casually kick the person down. I don't know, what is that person capable of? If that person has a knife or a gun, I don't know. So I want to assume the best of people, even people who in this video don't come off very well because they're not helping this woman, and just assume that they're terrified that we're a country where people routinely carry guns around and kill each other. So maybe that's what they're afraid of. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm correct in assuming based on his physical appearance that guy inside the building was a security guard, he should maybe think of a different profession because he's not securing anything. And it's, these kinds of attacks, of course, have increased. Violence or violent crime, I should say, across the country has gone up. I know that this has a racial angle to it as well, but we do have a violent crime problem in the United States right now. We're seeing record numbers of violent crimes across the country right now. 2020 is when we noticed a pretty significant spike. And I think that it's a more complex issue than people realize because, I know speaking as someone who lives in California and has experienced this firsthand, we have tens of thousands of homeless people. A significant portion of those homeless people have severe mental health issues. Some of them become incredibly violent as a result. And I've personally been physically assaulted, not to that extent, on 2 different occasions by people who have severe mental health issues. And I'm not saying this to demonize them. I'm saying this because we have so many social problems in the country and economic problems that lead to everyone losing in the end. The people who are disadvantaged, the people who have the mental health issues, the people who just want to take their dog out for a walk and they get met with, someone who might be, with living on the streets, undiagnosed, not getting the mental health care they need, not getting the housing they need. I mean, we have a serious problem. And I think what ends up happening is sometimes those problems get acknowledged, but people are not willing to do what's necessary to provide and fund the social services that people need, right? Everyone deserves to live in a home. Everyone deserves to have the health care necessary to live happy, healthy lives. In this case, I wish we knew more about the perpetrator. I wish we were able to bring him to justice, but it's terrifying. I don't want to fearmonger, but everyone needs to be super careful when they're out. Have your head on what does my husband say?
Swivel?
Swivel, there we go. I was gonna say shivel. I'm like, that's not the right word. Yes,
no, you don't want to shiv in your head.
Yeah, but also don't be overly paranoid. Just be vigilant and just try to protect each other, guys. When you see stuff like this, I get it. Obviously, take inventory of the situation and don't put yourself in harm's way. But if you're there with a group of people, especially if there's a security guard involved, do what you can to try to help someone who's being attacked like that. It's just, it's really heartbreaking. One other thing I want to note is, there's this thing called the Citizen app. I don't know if you've heard of it or if you've been on it.
No.
But the Citizen app basically, it's a crime app. So whenever there's crime in your area, you get notified about it. And sometimes there are people on the ground who are filming, like live streaming from their phones. And it's kind of amazing how many people are just willing to stand there and film a violent assault, but don't do what they can to help the individual who's being assaulted. It's just call the cops. Do anything other than just stand there and film what's happening.
Exactly. Yeah. I think you covered it very well. So why don't we just put up that image with the information? If you have seen this person, if you're in this area, I know there's a very small chance, but if somebody watching this can potentially help to get some justice for this woman, I think that would be a great thing. So that information is there.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.